plum pigmented pili. Logan, look at you with the purple hair. It is very becoming. Becoming a nuisance? Is that what you were trying to say? How is anyone supposed to take me seriously when your head looks like Barney's unshaven armpit? Just to make me look foolish then, huh, Thomas? Well, congratulations on having graduated to full-time clown. Let it be known, I do not like the hair. To say, come on, it's right. Yeah! This is odd. He is odd, Logan. But he does have a point. Might one's effort to find happiness in unique self-expression lead to the unhappy result of being the odd one out? You're on a clever streak today, which is unusual for you. I know! Wait, what? Okay, both of you, with your big words today. Stealing my thing, no big deal. But the school's not real. It's a metaphor, Erlenmeyer trash. Fantasy is not my jam. My jam of choice is Crofters, and this video isn't even sponsored. I'm just a fan. Crofters, the only jelly I will put in my belly. What? I love me a good spoonful of Crofters, but that was a little out of left field, Logan. What is happening? Fruit spreads aside, I've done some thinking on this fantasy organization process, this Dubby decimal system. I don't think I'm smarter than everyone else. I know I'm smarter than everyone else. That doesn't follow at all. Indubiously. Well, he's always the one coming up with those witty puns. You call those witty? Well, you call those glasses? I mean, yes, I'm not sure if you're implying something. Well, I don't think they'll pick up. They don't have a cell phone. Zing! Okay, I'm gonna walk that off for a second. Logan seems more like a Gryffindor. You see, Patton makes statements like that and you think he is a Ravenclaw. He's my hero. We get it! You're adorable! Also known to have short tempers, which I think could apply to both of you. Shut up! Wow, I did not miss that. Gryffindors are self-righteous and arrogant. Impulsive and have no regard for the rules. Does that sound like me? You certainly keep things 100. That was nice, Logan. Cunning, resourceful, a strong leader. A disregard for the rules. Wait, what? I spy an obvious bias. Raphael and Donatello. Well, that's mixing metaphors. Let's not confuse the issue. A waterbender and an earthbender. Only if you were the Avatar. I thought we were talking about Harry Potter. You don't even watch Game of Thrones. How that was an option? I didn't have to participate in this at all. In a long... Oh, that's nice. I'm not gonna go as ornate or elaborate. I would just look silly. There. Nice simple logo change, clear and to the point. Hey, Logan! Matching logos. That's art with glasses. Stealing my logo, no big deal. That is a jacket. That we're done swapping looks. And talking books. I prefer reading on a Nook. That response has me shook. Oh, I know. Could you imagine how much money one would have to spend in order to have all these things for one simple video? Oh, Crofters. Silly. I am not equipped for this. I didn't realize that everyone meant only one. Patton and Roman are preoccupied. I feel like I'm... Listen to me. I feel like I'm nearly out of productive things to say on the matter. I'm just frustrated. Are you still wearing that cat onesie from the previous video? No, I literally put it back on, just meow. Well, that's just perfect. Perfect. You know that's not what I meant. We already have one situation we have to deal with, and I told you that's not a practical garment. He has yet to come up with one productive, non-creepy idea. I'm not creepy, I'm joking, all right? You just don't understand love. I understand that it's making you act pathetic. Roman, sit down, you're rocking the boat. Oh my God, you too. The dominoes were all set up. I had no choice but to topple them. Roman may be onto something. He is. I am. Well, in a way. I don't mean resurrecting a long dead relationship, so to speak. So you're not talking about rekindling the fire with our former flame? I'm definitely not talking about that. What do I look like, a Boy Scout Scoutmaster? There were good times, you accomplished much, you won medals. Won hearts? Let those positive checkpoints inspire you to keep going for more. A psychoanalytic theorist described extreme nostalgia as debilitating, but since then a great deal of research has contradicted this. It's perfectly normal for humans to nostalgize. They do it at least once a week. Yeah, I remember my grandma used to pull out this old scrapbook each weekend. You see, even now, he is feeling nostalgic about an instant in which he felt nostalgic. Incredible. If you've previously experienced stretches of time during which you felt fulfillment and happiness, then the idea that you could experience something similar in the future is not inconceivable. It's happened in the past, therefore it's decidedly not impossible. So many years of chemical engineering and science that you decided to flush down the metaphorical toilet. So we're here, now we can let the reminiscing take place and get it out of the way. Who wants to start? Yeah, I think we've already started, Logan. Oh, great. I don't know how this works. The rainforest rap? This is what inspired your interest in helping to preserve the rainforest, and then helping the environment, which in turn led to you pursuing chemical engineering in the first place. I can still recall it to this day. Welcome to the jungle. It's so exciting, exotic, mysterious, and we are inviting you on an adventure. Stop. If you continue to pursue your nonsense art of leaping around in front of everybody, shouting about things you've never experienced. The eggnog that your parents made you? Oh, the unhealthy. Heck, I don't want to leave my room half the time. What? Looking back at these euphoric memories sure does inspire hope for the future, does it not? Yeah, sure. Think of everything the future has in store. Virgil, are you okay? Oh my goodness, I remember this. Of course. Thomas? It might not have been the best idea for you to come here. Such a foolish oversight on my part. You are a habitual worrier. I didn't think Thomas was too different from others, but anxiety almost always has a seat at the table whenever he makes any decisions, so I would say he worries more than what would be considered the norm. Okay, but that still doesn't explain. I know I told you that nostalgia can cause people to be more optimistic about their future, but for habitual worriers, nostalgia can have an adverse effect on their overall mood. It can sometimes cause them to look back on the past compared to the present period in their lives and cause them to ruminate even more on how their present situation pales in comparison. However incorrect that outlook may be, their anxiety worsens. I don't understand this. What is the worth of memories if they don't spur you on to make new ones? But it is in the past now, Thomas. It makes no sense. Logan, it's fine. It's fine. But if you would only heed... Oh, hush. All of this because Patton can't let go of one person? Logan, can you stop? Please? You know what? Fine. If you don't want to listen to me, this is your issue to resolve. I am outie 50,000. 5,000? Ding, ding, ding. Falsehood. Finally coming to your senses, I see. I'm not a feeling. I'm the physical representation of something deeply embedded within you. Even if it seems like I'm gone, I'll always be there to a degree. You were completely right. I know. Meaning you were right about initially being wrong. I know. If you so desire. Oh, I can't. I'm allergic. Then why the cat onesie? This is just too precious to process. Trying an extra course or two could also be interesting. I don't know, might try both again just to switch things up. Could be fun. I'm glad to hear you say that, Thomas. But seriously, thanks for your help today, Logan. All in a day's work. Good that we got through another emotional mire. As for the course to take, please consider astronomy. Astronomy, yup. Right there with you. Yes! So get up, get out, let everyone know we need to let the animals and the trees grow. Yeah, rainforest rap. Rainforest rap? Save the rainforest. See, maybe you'll think twice about interrupting us next time, Virgil. We cannot be stopped. Only paused. Logan, you have got that cool factor. Heck, you're making me feel cooler. Oh, thank you. Maybe it's because you're... Wait, no. My biggest fan! No one says that. So now that you can't insult Virgil, you've moved on to me. Look. It's okay, I can take it. But if you keep it up, you'll have a diss track coming your way. You malodorous centurion! Diss? Like a Roman centurion? Or like a, but also scent. As in like a smell. Logan, buddy, an insult doesn't really have that punch when you have to explain it afterwards. You know, this is actually quite tasteful. He likes it! It's a little louder than my usual taste. However, the clear influence of the de style movement is particularly inspired. Well, that sweater is de style nowadays. As I was saying, de style, not unlike myself with Roman or Patton, was the cleaner, more moderate answer to the excesses of Art Deco. Pretty chill. Really? I'd say mine is rather toasty. Dad joke? Never. Intentionally. 6 songs are sung and short. 5 name reveals. Is this some sort of punishment for something? 6 crimes against the English language. 2 two-part bits. Are you trying to rap? I do not like to sing. I'll trade you my 6th day for your 5th day. No! Sure, excellent. This shall be ideal. 11 lit vocab cards. 10 tie adjustments. 9 patent punchlines. 8 bouts of banter. 7 slights at Virgil. 6 songs are sung and 5 falsehoods phonated. 11 fire slang words. 5 crofters gems. I don't know much about humor, but that wasn't it. I'm sure that you could think of an even more appropriate line for Virgil. Virgil, I had you, so I thought an appropriate gift would be this gift card for some audiobooks that you could listen to on those large headphones that you own to calm yourself down in moments of excessive alarm. Hey, Logan, I had you. No, that's not how Secret Santa works. So I decided to write you a 400-page screenplay about you partnering up with Sherlock Holmes to solve his greatest mystery yet. Roman. I mean, the cover is ridiculous, but I'm very intrigued. Yeah. In it, Watson just frickin' dies, and you take his place. I always thought Sherlock was too good for him. He was always like Sherlock. I've got feelings. I mean, who can relate? That's us. Everyone. None of us sneezed. Dad joke. Bickering amongst ourselves is historically how we've resolved all of Thomas's issues, provided you have me there to help sift through the nonsense. Oh, good, Logan, everyone's favorite character. Well, that's very kind of you, Patton. Consuming content he's already watched 15.5 times before. But, like, have you watched The Office bloopers? As a matter of fact, I've watched it 15.5 times because I am a part of you. The alternative to the truth is a fabrication in order to ease their concerns. Oh, that's what you're implying that we should do, isn't it? But I just don't know if I can lie to Joan. Of course you can. You simply speak as you normally would, except rather than communicating information or an idea, let me know if I lose you, you communicate a falsehood. No. That is literally what is happening here, Thomas. DWI.
Driving while intoxicated.
No. Deal with it. Dramaturg. The correct pronunciation is dramaturg, the researcher of the plays and operas being put on. Are you my mummy? Doctor Who reference? Fantastic. Lies of commission, which is when the liar tells the subject an unmitigated falsehood, presenting fiction as fact. That technique you used right there was called a character lie. It is the act of covering up a truth by talking about oneself in order to throw off suspicion. By relying solely on your reputation, you completely evaded the matter at hand. I do not understand theater. A lie of omission, withholding important information that would help to elucidate the truth. I thought it went well. You did? Well, I really don't know. Every theatrical performance is the same to me. Whether it's The Lion King or The Wiz, you can consider me one of les muses. You're attacking theater, but that was a strong couplet. Thank you. I have to know, was that trochaic octameter? I am big pentameter. Classic. Deceit! Given all the variations of dishonesty, lies of omission, lies of commission, etc., lies can be fairly difficult to avoid. According to Pamela Meyer, author of Lie Spotting, on any given day, you may be lied to between 10 to 200 times. She's also stated that strangers lie 3 times within the first 10 minutes of meeting each other. An average unmarried couple lies to one another in 1 out of every 3 interactions. Very few people are always honest 100% of the time. They're a very rare breed. That's where his power comes from. Things that you want to believe. Things that you wish were true. And things that you wish weren't. What you don't know can't hurt you. Falsehood. Knowledge is an incomparably valuable multi-purpose tool that is instrumental in identifying and solving any problem. If you're worried about getting hurt, then seek knowledge. It is our greatest weapon and our greatest defense. Exactly what Deceit would say. Plato. Oh goodness, are you talking about the non-toxic modeling compound? But belief doesn't always translate to reality. Thanks, guys. Also, the concepts of good and bad are arguably meaningless because we can assign any preferred characteristics to either.
Not a good time, Logan.
Okay, so. Maybe Deceit wasn't so bad. Or as they say in the theater, fracture a femur. What? The actual saying is break a leg, but I improved it. I hate both of those equally. Well, feeling what? And do not say motivated. That is what I thought you were going to say. Thomas, didn't we work through your motivation issues on February 28th of last year? Planning was the key to helping you. You're right. Well, now you're just pandering to my fondness for being told that I'm right. Or the motivation necessary to write a more subtle joke, apparently. Today was a fluke. Unacceptable, Thomas. I will not have you lying to yourself. You called? Deceit! Really? Double birds? See what happens? Yeah, he's a slimy boy! Right, well, a slimy boy, Logan! I think his scales are just smooth. To the best of my knowledge, he does not excrete slime. Maybe it's time that we take a look at the bigger picture here. You're talking about that picture? Yes, I still don't quite understand it. I just liked it, Logan. I don't know why you're so confused by it. Like, this is like the 7th time you've asked about it. Never mind, it doesn't matter. Oh, I wouldn't talk about you behind your back. You would still hear everything I was saying. I would talk about you in another room. Fair enough. Of course, you and I have our differences. We disagree on many things. Yeah! Understatement much? Wow, I don't believe you. I think you're just being a jerk. Explain it to you. What the? Ah! Get it! Get it back! I never thought I would be able to say this without seeming like a hypocrite. But you are a huge nerd. What about it? It's stupid. There's a million reasons why that's a bad idea. You're lashing out like a little bratty baby. I'm going to take the figurative high road and ignore your name calling. But you just called me a little bratty baby. Thomas must do everything that he does in the sole effort to sustain a viable lifespan conducive to the human body. In human coupling, millions upon millions of cells compete to create life for generation after generation until finally, against unfathomable odds, it is you. Only you that emerged. To distill so specific a form from all that chaos It's like turning air into gold. Windshield of diamond. Windshield of diamond? I hope you know that my agreeing to a point that I made is not a win for you. Quixotic, quarrelsome, I'm not good at nicknames. This includes turning off electronic devices 30 minutes before bed. But Twitter! Nope. Tumblr? No. Tinder? No. Twinster! Now you are just making things up. Yeah? That's patent, Roman. Alright? See this? Serious business. That? Silliness. The only shots I endorse are vaccines. Any type of regular physical activity can help reduce the risk of several diseases, like type 2 diabetes, cardiovascular disease, and cancer. What you're suggesting is preposterous. I don't know the meaning of the word. It means ridiculous. Really? That's what it means? If you're wounded, then you should probably get out of there, tend to those wounds, and come back to fight again when you're healthy. Also, why would you be fighting such a dangerous fictional beast on your own? Bring other people with you to make the feat easier. What is your obsession with making tasks harder than they need to be? If that's your dream, then it's purely chimerical. Pardon me while I laugh. Ha. You were dropped into this beautiful biosphere. You could be paying attention to it rather than missing it on your quest for high heights. You should read, explore, and learn about the world. Well, better to be healthy and safe than sick or dead. Such a big mistake bringing you into the conversation. Nerd! Crap! You two make a really good team. I'm just saying that right now. It's good. It's good. Well, that's good to hear. I can barely breathe. Now guys, easy. I love crofters, but the idea of a musical ditty dedicated entirely to a partnership with them is an idea that I love possibly even more! That makes perfect sense. Dreams come true, that's news to me, how wild. Blueberry, who knew that our buffoonery would bear fruit so divine? Even I don't have the vocabulary to describe what I'm feeling inside, but for me it's very unordinary. Logan's berry? Yikes. I still love it. So look at him now! He's just so cool! Cause Crofters is the only jelly I put in my belly. Only jelly in my belly. Only jelly in my belly. Only jelly. The only jelly I'll put in my belly. Logan, have I? Yes, it is adequate. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have some very important private business to attend to. Crofters brings out something different in me. Puns are like my figurative forbidden fruit spread. Yes, I love jelly puns. Was that SpongeBob Square Trousers? Patton knows about all those puns, Logan? Very clever of you. I love it. No. Patton caught you with your hand in the jelly jar. Instead of cookie jar? Well, my efforts to be taken seriously are all now fruitless. Good one! No, I didn't. Crofters, you're the only one who understands me. Thomas made a commitment to regularly sharing content. He must be held accountable. Although I am overcome by a titillating, tingly sensation whenever deadlines are met. Ugh. By the screams of snit snakes at a Gorgon salon, why would the audience remain? What? Are you feeling belittled? Comment below if you're feeling belittled. Virgil's right. We argue and argue until it's utter chaos. Then you distract yourself and forget about the issue until you're reminded of it again. We're trapped in a figurative Sisyphean nightmare. Same size, intact and wet. Sometimes we don't seek the answer to a question because we don't know that there's a question that we should be asking in the first place. Patton, you're good. That was helpful. It's time to put on our cogitating caps. You mean our figurative cogitating caps, right, Logan? No, it's literal. All right, cool. Well, oh, Logan, you're up. If by up you mean that I am not down to do this, you are correct. What? I wanted to communicate 5 by 5 that I'm 5 by 5. Ah! Ow! Oh my gosh! You freaking book germ! Jeez, Al, that was pretty rough. I'm sorry. I don't know what that was. Not talking about them. I'm sorry. Except I'm not. And if you asked me, I could certainly list off several factors that very well could be contributing to your doubts. If you asked me, I'd gladly share them. Well, Just let me know if you want to hear what I have to say.
Hey Logan, can you list off some of those factors you mentioned?
I'm glad you asked, Virgil. No one takes you seriously.
Sheesh, you sloppily eat some jam, accidentally make a few puns, and now you're all sensitive about not being taken seriously?
I'm not a joke. Oh, what? No.
You're lost. I'm right here.
So,
Whoa.
there. I am a puppet.
Oh, you're not made of felt.
Of course not. I've never felt anything in my life. Beep boop. I'm detecting a good word that was used by Thomas. You're right, this is actually quite invigorating. High five. Oh, okay. You did the stretchy arm.
It's not as gross when a robot does it.
Yes! I have no idea what this is, but this is highly entertaining.